The Grand Canyon is not just a destination, it is a confrontation with the infinite. It stretches 277 miles across the high desert of Arizona, reaching widths of 18 miles and plunging over a mile into the dark heart of the earth. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to stand before 2 billion years of history, knowing that your entire existence is less than a blink in the eyes of the stone? This is a place of brutal beauty and silent, crushing power. It is a monument to the relentless force of water and the stubborn resilience of the land. More than 5 million people travel here every year, seeking answers to questions they cannot quite name. Are you ready to look into the abyss and see what stares back at you? Before we descend into the secrets of the earth, hit that subscribe button and join us as we explore the most powerful landscapes on our planet. The Grand Canyon is a masterpiece of natural destruction. It is a massive, steep-sided scar carved into the skin of the Colorado Plateau by the singular, focused intent of the Colorado River. This is not merely a hole in the ground, but a cathedral of erosion and a gallery of ancient light. Its scale is so immense that it creates its own weather, its own rules, and its own reality. When you look across the rim, you are not just looking at a view, you are looking at the architecture of the world itself. Why does this place command such a haunting silence from everyone who stands on its edge? It is because the canyon reminds us that we are small and the earth is unimaginably old. This landscape remains with us today because of a fierce legacy of protection. It is held within the borders of Grand Canyon National Park, a sanctuary created to stop the march of human greed. In the early 1900s, visionary leaders like Theodore Roosevelt saw this place and realized it belonged to the ages, not to the miners or the builders. He famously told the world to leave it as it is, for you cannot improve on it. This was one of the first great victories for environmental preservation in the United States. Do you think we still have the courage today to protect something simply because it is beautiful? The park stands as a symbol of our better nature, a promise kept to the future. Beneath your feet lies a geological library that spans nearly half the age of the Earth itself. The canyon walls reveal nearly 2 billion years of history, layered like the pages of a dusty, ancient book. As the Colorado Plateau was pushed upward by the tectonic forces of the planet, the river began its long, slow work of cutting through the rising stone. Scientists believe the river began carving its current path roughly 5 to 6 million years ago. However, the story is far more complex than a single line in the sand. Some parts of the canyon are much older, formed in segments over tens of millions of years. Can you imagine the patience required to carve a mountain into a valley? Geography of this place is a study in brutal contrasts. Situated high on the Colorado Plateau, the canyon exposes rock layers from the Proterozoic and Paleozoic eras. There is a massive difference between the North Rim and the South Rim that most visitors never truly appreciate. The North Rim is higher, colder, and more remote, draped in thick forests of aspen and fir. The South Rim is lower, more arid, and offers the iconic vertical drops that define the canyon in our collective memory. This elevation gap forces water to flow differently, creating long, hidden tributaries on the north and jagged, sheer cliffs on the south. Which side of the canyon would you choose to lose yourself in? Geologists still argue about the true origin of this place, and the debate is as deep as the canyon itself. Modern research suggests that the Grand Canyon did not form all at once, but was stitched together like a giant, rocky puzzle. Segments like Marble Canyon are relatively young in geological terms, while other sections may have been cut by ancient, forgotten rivers long before the Colorado River even existed. This complexity challenges our need for simple answers and a single point of origin. It reminds us that nature does not follow a straight line. Why are we so obsessed with knowing exactly when it started, rather than simply marveling that it exists at all? Deep within the stone, there is a secret world of water that most eyes will never see. Beneath the parched surface of the desert, complex groundwater systems flow through massive aquifers formed by porous rock. These hidden rivers emerge as springs along the canyon walls, creating lush hanging gardens in the middle of a vertical wasteland. Some of this water is ancient, trapped underground for thousands of years, while some is fresh from recent snowmelt. This intricate network is the lifeblood of the canyon, providing a miracle of moisture in a land of thirst. Without these hidden veins, the canyon would be a graveyard. How much of our own lives is sustained by things we never see? Long before the first Europeans set foot on this soil, the canyon was a home and a sanctuary. For thousands of years, Native American cultures, including the ancestral Pueblones, lived within these walls. They built stone dwellings in the cliffs and cultivated corn in the river deltas, viewing the canyon as a sacred place of emergence. Today, tribes like the Havasupai and the Navajo still maintain a deep, spiritual connection to this land. The Havasupai, the people of the blue-green water, live in a remote village at the bottom of the canyon to this very day. Have we forgotten how to live in harmony with a landscape that seems so inhospitable to our modern lives? The arrival of outsiders brought a different kind of intensity to the canyon. The first recorded European to see the rim was Garcia López de Cárdenas in 1540, a Spanish explorer searching for gold. He found no gold, only a barrier that seemed to block his path to the rest of the world. It wasn't until 300 years later, in 1869, that John Wesley Powell led a daring expedition down the river itself. Powell was a one-armed veteran who navigated the terrifying rapids in wooden boats, mapping the unknown and unveiling the canyon's scientific majesty. Would you have the courage to row into a canyon when you didn't know if it ever came out the other side? The Grand Canyon is not a dead landscape. It is a vertical world teeming with life. Because the elevation changes so dramatically from the rim to the floor, the canyon contains multiple life zones. You can travel from alpine forests at the top to scorching desert ecosystems at the bottom in a single day. This creates a refuge for over 1,700 species of plants and a diverse array of wildlife. Here, the rare California condor soars on massive wings, and the bighorn sheep navigate cliffs that would kill a man. It is a testament to the adaptability of life. In a world that is constantly changing, how do we find our own place to thrive? The climate here is a game of extremes that can turn deadly in an instant. While snow may be piling up on the north rim, the inner canyon can experience desert heat exceeding 38 degrees Celsius. The air is thin at the top and heavy at the bottom, creating a physical toll on anyone who dares to hike its trails. Seasonal monsoons can send walls of water through narrow side canyons without warning, turning a peaceful hike into a struggle for survival. The beauty of the canyon is inseparable from its danger. Why are we drawn to places that have the power to destroy us? Perhaps it is only in the face of such power that we feel truly alive. Even a giant like the Grand Canyon is not immune to the touch of human hands. Today, the canyon faces modern threats that its ancient rocks cannot easily withstand. Air pollution from distant cities can haze the view, and water scarcity is a growing shadow over the Colorado River. Rising temperatures and reduced snowpack are changing the flow of the river and the health of the ecosystems. Conservationists are working tirelessly to manage these impacts, but the challenge is immense. If we lose the clarity of the air or the flow of the water, do we lose the soul of the canyon? It is a reminder that even the most monumental wonders are fragile in the face of a changing world. The economy of the canyon is now driven by the millions who come to witness its scale. Tourism is the lifeblood of the region, supporting thousands of jobs through guided tour, rafting adventures, and hospitality. The South Rim is a hub of activity, offering accessible viewpoints and historic lodges, while the North Rim provides a quieter, more rugged experience. These visitors bring billions of dollars into the local economy, but they also bring a heavy footprint. It is a delicate balance between sharing this wonder with the world and loving it to death. How do we invite the world to see the canyon without destroying the very silence they came to find? The Grand Canyon is a mirror. When you look into its depths, you are forced to see your own reflection against the backdrop of eternity. It teaches us that change is the only constant, and that even the hardest rock will eventually yield to the persistent flow of water. The lesson of the canyon is one of patience and perspective. Your problems, your fears, and your ambitions are small compared to the 2 billion years of stone standing before you. This should not make you feel insignificant. It should make you feel free. If the earth can create such beauty out of destruction, what can you create out of the challenges in your own life? Take a moment today to consider the rivers in your life. What is the persistent force that is shaping your character? Are you rushing through your days, or are you taking the time to carve something meaningful? The Grand Canyon was not built in a day, and neither is a life of purpose. It takes millions of years for the river to find the basement rock, and it takes a lifetime for a person to find their true self. Don't be afraid of the deep valleys or the steep climbs. They are the things that give your story its scale and its beauty. As you look back on the story of this natural wonder, ask yourself what legacy you are leaving behind. Are you a protector of beauty or just a spectator passing through? The Grand Canyon will be here long after we are gone, but our actions today decide how much of its majesty remains for those who come after us. This place is a gift from the past and a challenge to the future. Will you answer the call to preserve the wild places of the world? We hope this journey through the stone and water has moved you to see the world a little differently. Thank you for traveling to the edge of the world with us today. If this story of the Grand Canyon touched your soul, please give this video a like and share it with someone who needs a little perspective. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the most incredible stories of our planet. We want to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever stood on the rim of the canyon, and what did you feel in that moment? Your stories are the layers that make our community great. Until next time.